So when we talk about lead scoring, sometimes there is about confusion, right? So, oh, maybe I already have some sort of homegrown lead scoring based on some rules that we have developed, right? Maybe those rules are, if it is a high FICO score customer, they convert higher. Nothing wrong with it, but that's just one rule, right? If the lead is coming from this digital source compared to a partner source, maybe that has high conversion. What if the combination of these two, it's going to create even higher value, right? So our models are learning from all your data sources, but lead scoring is just part of the system. I want to highlight in the next 2 or 3 minutes how multiple predictive models work together and why we believe that is the best system that will improve the sales and sales value significantly higher, right? So let me just expand this, right? So we have been talking about lead sources, right? So we bring all these affiliate leads and social leads and phone leads and website leads and all of that. And then we go into your first party data sources, meaning your own internal data sources, previous conversions, how they were converted, right? How many dialer attempts we are having, how many call attempts we are having, are they responding, not responding? We bring all of that data that you have in your systems and we enrich your basic lead record. And then we also have integrations with third-party data providers, including the home in which they are living, if you are a home service provider. Because our observations have been, if someone is calling from $1 million home, their needs and wants are different in terms of product and price compared to someone who might, be living in a townhome, maybe, smaller, younger family, where they have, a lot more needs and they might need a very affordable, type of offer, right? Just by knowing the price and knowing the area, we understand the affordability. New York is different from, let's say, Oklahoma, right? And how do we kind of use that insight to target, right offers for these customers, right? So we go into these zip codes and homes, and then we enrich, your lead information with additional data, and then we kind of create this master record or 360-degree view of every single lead. And that scoring happens every single day, right? That's point number one. Now, the key part here is how these 4 models work together, right? So we are talking about predictive lead scoring system. What it does is it takes every lead. If your conversion rate is 20%, let's, as an example, we don't believe as data people, every lead has a random 20% chance of converting. 20% is just an average of a lot of numbers. So some of your leads are probably going to convert at 60%, 70%, and some of these leads will never convert or maybe convert at 1 or 2%. So that means you have every 2 leads on high scoring leads, every 2 leads, you are converting 1 of that. And then on low scoring, every 50 leads probably, or every 100 leads, you're just converting 1, right? So imagine the amount of time without these types of scoring systems, you could be spending on low scoring leads and missing the opportunities with a lot of possible conversions with high scoring leads, right? So simply that one score itself is going to give you a lot of insight about where to spend your time, right? Now, each time you add the next model and the next model, the value of this exponentially increases. So now let's switch gears to lead value scoring, right? So because our system was perfected over the last 10 years on millions and millions of records of your existing customers, we also know once they convert, which customer is going to stay longer with you, right? So some leads will cancel, they will convert, maybe at a very low value. They will quickly become a non-pay customer. We all have seen this thing, right? We can sell things at heavy discounts. Someone is, tempted to take that. There is no real need there. And then 6 months later, they never paid anything. And then they cancel, or we cancel them because it's non-paid, right? What is the real value of that lead? I would say 0, right? So the system automatically picks up all these, heavy non-pay customers, very low lifetime value customers and things like that. And your CFO is going to love it when you start talking about these types of concepts, because now you can intelligently, this is a long lifetime value customer. If your average value of a customer is 1,000, our system has the ability to identify, oh, this is $2,000, $3,000 value, and this is just a $500 value, right? So now you can risk mitigate the low value customers by requiring a little bit of down payment or maybe giving the basic system, but also not missing that opportunity, which by the way is happening, right? Because there is a little risk. Our CFO says, can't give these offers to everyone. But what if we say, I have a premium customer whose premium lead, whose value is supposed to be 3x and 4x? Give them 3 months free, for example, right? So once you know the lead value, and our systems will score every lead, not just for conversion ability, but also lead value once converted. Now we can intelligently make different types of offers, right? So that's point number one, a different predictive model that is actually working together with your lead scoring model, right? And the third one is which of these customers are similar, right? So the converted leads with premium products, converted leads with lower, basic products, lower price, discounted offers, right? How do they belong? How does the profile of each customer kind of look similar to some of your, previously converted leads? We call that customer similarity and micro-segmentation. So once you have that, you have the ability to organize all your leads based on similarity, so you can give different types of offers to different leads, right? And then finally, that powers personalization, right? So now not everyone gets different the same offer, because we are running a Christmas campaign, or maybe we are running a July 4th campaign, right? Now everyone gets the same offer. But what if that July 4th campaign has nothing that is interesting for me because I belong to a particular segment? Or you can imagine many scenarios, right? So it's not like every customer needs the basic product at the lowest price possible. We also know that some customers just want to hear the best of the best that you can offer, and they will pour whatever money that you need to justify that type of offer, right? So this personalization has true capability of separating needs and wants of different customers, right? So now imagine, what if these four models are working together? Life becomes simpler, and that's what we are creating with Wazik AI lead scoring solution. So all of this information, right, is fed to your team members who are making split-second decisions on the calls on how to convert these, right? And they will kind of make these offers. I'm going to show you some screen, live view of how all of this kind of comes together. But the magic here is every time a lead is converted, the system is learning. Every time a lead is not converted with different types of offers, the system is learning. So now this is same as YouTube or Netflix. Every time you watch a movie and give a thumbs up, the system, Netflix, knows what to recommend to you next time, right? So that type of recommendation engine is getting better and better each time an agent is interacting with one of your prospects, right? So that is why when you deploy a system like this, which is smarter, which takes advantage of all your data sources, scores the customer from multiple different angles, organizes them into microsegments, works in collaboration with your team members, you should be able to realize on the scale of 8 to 12% increase in revenue. Not just revenue from additional conversions, but true revenue that you can assure your CFO based on likely lifetime value of the customers and things like that, right? But we are all here as sales leaders, so you can celebrate 8 to 12% increase in just sales conversions, right?